Hey y'all, welcome to Ukulele Wine Time. My name is Catherine. Today we're going to learn Killing Me Softly with his song. Let's do it. Ukulele Wine Time. So there are kind of two main versions of this song. Of course, the original Roberta Flack version and then the Lauryn Hill version. So the Roberta Flack version is in the key of F minor or A flat. We're moving that down just a half step. We're going to play it in the key of E minor today, and that's the same, or G major, and that's the same as the Lauryn Hill version. To play this song, you'll need E minor, A minor, D7, G, A, C, F, E7, B7, and then a D9 sus chord for this little interlude that you can choose to keep in the song or to not play. I will do a full chord review at the end of this, so if you need an overview of any of those chords, I go nice and slow at the end. Check out the timestamp below to jump to that if you need to review your chords first. In this video, I'm going to take you through the chorus, the verse chords. We'll talk about how those line up with the lyrics. We'll do a little bit of counting. We'll talk about different strumming pattern options. We'll take a wine break, of course, because this is ukulele wine time, and feel free to have a glass of wine with me if you want. Totally optional. We'll talk about your starting pitch, which can be a little interesting for this song. So I'll give you some nice tips on how to find your starting pitch if you're singing, and then we'll do the whole song together. Once again, check out the timestamps below to jump around as needed. Just a quick note about the form of the song. So there are really just three sections. There's the chorus, which serves as our intro as well. So we're going to start with that. There's the verse. And then there's that optional interlude that I mentioned. And you'll hear that in the original Roberta Flack version. It's right in between that first chorus, and then they kind of jam on this little vamp for a little while, and then it goes into the verse lyrics. So we're going to take a look at the chorus to start. We're going to start with an E minor. So our first four chords, we've got E minor to A minor, D7, to G. So let's take a look at that little part so far. So we've got strumming my pain with his fingers, E minor to A minor. And you can line up the word strumming with your E minor to start. Fingers is A minor, and then D7 is next. Singing my life with his words to G. And then we'll keep going. Our next four chords are E minor, A major, D7, and C. Let's check that out. So after where we left off, we've got killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole G chord here with his words, killing me softly, F chord there, and again with his song, and here's we're going to go to an E7 chord. Now you can play an E chord there, song, but an E7 works perfectly, and it's a little friendlier to play on the ukulele. Let's try one time through the chorus slowly together. Just a note, I'm just doing a simple downstroke on each of those chords. Each one is getting 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, except for the very last two, except for the F chord and the last E chord, those get double. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on E. Let's put it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly. Is there his song, 2, 3, 4, E7, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're into the verse. Now, okay, so we're into the verse. You could also, every time I've performed this song live, we go straight into the verse there, and that's a very common thing to do when you're performing or playing the song. This is also where you could put in that interlude. That's an optional interlude. It would be 8 measures of this kind of D9 sus sound in there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And they're setting up the groove here. You can kind of jam on this. So if you do want to add in that interlude, just know that it's 8 measures there before the verse comes in. Let's check out the verse next. So our first 4 chords are A minor, D7, G, and C major 7. And they each get 4 counts. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I heard he sang a good song, G. I heard he had a style. It's our first little section. Next section we have A minor, D7, E minor for 2 measures or 2 counts of 4. So let's look at that next little section. 2, 3, 4. And so I came to see him, to listen for a while. That's our second E minor there. And then we've got our next section is, they all start the same. It all starts A minor to D7 and then something different follows. So the last little section there is A minor, D7, G, and then B7. So let's check out that last little section. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming. And then there's our chorus. Let's put that all together nice and slow. Here is the verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. 3, 4. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers. All right, and then we're into the chorus. And y'all, that's pretty much the whole song. And as far as counting goes on the verse, each of those chords gets 4 beats. A minor, 2, 3, 4, D7, 2, 3, and so forth. The only one that gets double is that 1 E minor chord in the middle there. It gets 2 counts of 4. Strumming pattern options. So we've been just doing a simple downstroke for each chord, and that's perfectly acceptable for this song. It actually fits the vibe very well, especially on that rubato or kind of free and flowy intro that's not really in time. You can do just simple downstrokes there. If you want to add a little more rhythm, the next strumming pattern option for you would be this. Down, down. So it's down, mute, down, or check. Down, mute, down. Down, mute, down. Adds a little percussion there. This is nice on the verses. You can also let the chord ring if it suits the lyrics there. If you're feeling it, do it. Okay, so that's our second strumming pattern option. Let's actually try that together on the verse officially. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I heard he sang a good song. I Okay, so that's our second strumming pattern option there. And it is a little syncopated, which means it's on some upbeats, and it's not all just the solid 1, 2, 3, 4 on downbeats. So when you're practicing that, if you want to sing and play, I recommend practicing just that strumming pattern on your own, holding off on vocals until you feel really comfortable with it, and then slowly add the vocals in so you can really see where everything lines up, and take it just little chunk by little chunk. Okay, our last strumming pattern option, we're doing down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So that pattern happens once on every chord, except for those chords we mentioned earlier where we're holding it for multiple measures, for 2 measures. So let's try out that third strumming pattern, our down, down, up, down, up on the chorus. Here we go, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Okay, and then we're back into the verse. So that's that third strumming pattern option. And as always in all of my videos, I recommend mixing and matching the strumming patterns, trying each one out, making your own arrangement of the song, and truly finding your own voice and making the song your own. So have fun with that. And on that note, I think it's time for our wine break. Cheers to you. Cheers to your creativity, to finding your own musical creative voice, to learning more songs on the ukulele, to making music in the world. Cheers. That's yummy. I've been drinking a lot of rosés, so it's nice to add a red back into the mix. By the way, if you like the vibe of this and you're like, yes, I want to play more ukulele songs and drink wine with you, check out Ukulele Wine Club. We meet every other Thursday to play a new song together. There's special workshops. We just did a great vocal workshop together. If you want to drink a glass of wine or water, hydration is cool too, and learn a new song with us. You get the PDF printable chart, meet some cool people, and get that weekly motivation to keep playing ukulele and learning more songs. So check that out. I'll link that below. We're up to starting pitch next. So this is a great one for starting pitch. There's some interesting stuff going on here. So we're going to dive into just a tiny, tiny bit of music theory. Okay. So starting pitch. So we're in the key of E minor, which is the same as G major. Okay, so we're in E minor. So if you want to find your E, which is kind of our home base here, you can just play your open E string. That's our home base and our key. It's, however, not our starting pitch. Strumming, da da da, strumming. So we are singing the third of that chord, which is a G. So you can play your open G string, strumming my pain with his fingers. Okay, so E minor is our key. Always great to be able to kind of sing your the key just to get that in your ear. Your starting pitch on the chorus is a G. Strumming my pain with his fingers. Let's talk about the verse. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. So we are playing an A minor chord. Okay. You are actually singing a B. So if that's an A, your starting pitch on the verse is a an octave below that. So it's a little bit clashy, but in a really beautiful, interesting way. I heard. So you can find that first way. Okay, now stay with me because this is our little music theory land. So we had our E minor, right? And the notes of that are E, I'll do it up here, E, G, B, or if you're an octave lower, E, excuse me, E, G, B, and that B is the starting pitch of the verse. Okay, so that's one way to orient yourself to the verse starting pitch. And it ties you back to the key, strengthening your musical ears, okay? The other way to find that, if you're like, what are you talking about, is to play an actual B note on your ukulele. So if this is your A minor, you can go from this, so you're on the 2nd fret to play that A minor. You can go up to the 4th fret. You can play with your pinky if you want, or you can just slide up there. And that note's up here. You want to go an octave below that. I heard. And you can check the word heard because that is a C. I heard. And that's a half step apart. Okay, that was more in depth than I've gone in starting pitch in my other videos, but this is a tricky one. Let me know if that makes sense or if you have any questions about that. In conclusion, to sum it all up, starting pitch for the chorus is a G, strumming, open G string, and for the verse, I is a B, I heard. Okay, enough of that. I think we're ready for the playthrough. Hopefully you got your starting pitch, and hopefully I didn't talk too much. Okay. We are now hopefully ready for the run through of the whole song. Here's our form. We're going to do chorus, which is the same as the intro, verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus, verse 3. We'll do that chorus with the ooze, and then we'll do one more chorus to end it. And you can do multiple choruses after that. The Roberta Flack has one more additional, but to keep it a little short today, we'll just do that much. I'm gonna not do that optional interlude I was telling you about with the D9 sus chord. I'm gonna leave that out, but if you wanna add it in, you are welcome to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. 2, 3, 4. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. He sang as if he knew me in all my dark despair, and then he looked right through me as if I wasn't there, and he just kept on singing, singing clear and strong. Ooh, oh, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Oh man, y'all, great job, great song. How did your run through go? I didn't know which strumming patterns I was going to use, so I was kind of experimenting a little bit. I think if I would have done it again, I would not have switched strumming patterns in the middle of a verse. I did that and I was like, that's a little weird. So great for myself, great learning moment there. Or just, I'm figuring out my arrangement of this song. So next time I'll probably do that differently. So again, I encourage you to mix and match the strumming patterns, find what works best for you, the simple downstrokes, the one with the rhythmic check or the mute in it, and then the other strumming pattern. Or if you find another pattern that works for you, or you're like, yeah, I'm digging this, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. All right, thank you so much for joining me for another song with Ukulele Wine Time. Cheers to you. If you found this video helpful and delightful, please cheers the like button below. I hope you subscribe for more Ukulele Wine Time, and I will see you soon in the next video. Cheers. Ukulele Wine Time. All right, y'all, this is our chord overview, so we can take a closer look at how to play the chords in this song. So we're going to start with our E minor chord. Now, remember that is our key of the song, so it's like our home base. So, and before we get started, finger numbers, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb doesn't get a number. So this chord, E minor, we're going to need our first 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3. And they're going to make a diagonal on the fretboard. It's going to look like this. Our ring finger goes on the 4th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3rd, 2nd fret. And you're going to start on the 2nd string down from your face, or your C string, G, C, E, A. That makes that diagonal. We're going to take a look at a B7 chord next because it uses the same exact shape. We're just going to shift it over a set of strings like this. So I talked earlier about making that transition, chord transition, as easy as possible. So this transition, so it's actually it's a B7 at the end of the verse. So that same shape, so that's our B7 chord. Okay, and we just start on your top string there, and then at the end of the verse, you end on the B7, and then the start of the chorus, you play an E minor. So that makes that shift that transition very easy. So you're just shifting the same shape over. Okay, let's take a look at A minor next. So that's just a 1-finger chord. So you need your second finger, 1, 2, your middle finger on the 1, 2, second fret. Okay, on your top string or your G string, that's our A minor. All right, from there, let's move to a D7. You just need to, so you keep that same finger glued there and you just add an additional finger, same fret, but skip a string. And that is your second and third finger, or your middle and your ring finger, to make your D7. Okay. Next, let's take a look at our G chord. There's our G chord, it's a 3-finger chord. So we've got peace sign fingers on the second fret, string in between them, and then your middle finger, your ring finger, comes down and makes a triangle on the fretboard. Okay, and that's on the 3rd fret down. That is our G chord. What else do we need? We need an A chord. Yep, let's do A next. So peace sign fingers. So your middle finger goes on the 2nd fret, 1, 2, on the G string, top string closest to your face. And then the very next string on the 1st fret, there is our A chord, A major chord. We also need an F chord in this song. So F, we can actually keep this finger. So your middle finger there, and then scoot this finger over 1 string. And that's an F chord. All right, from there, let's go to an E7 chord, because in the song we transition from an F to an E7 in the chorus. So your middle finger is just gonna move over 1 string. You're gonna skip a string and then put your ring finger down. Okay, so that's on the 2nd fret, and then your first finger here is gonna go on the 1st fret on the string closest to your face. So there is our E7 chord. Let's hit up our C chord next. So we need our 3rd finger, 1, 2, 3, a ring finger on the 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3. On your bottom string, that's a C chord, C major chord. And then, so you'll use the C chord in the chorus, and then in the verse, you'll use a C major 7 chord. And that is your 2nd finger, 2nd fret. So there's a regular C, and then you just go down 1 fret, same string, for a C major 7 chord. Okay, that is all the chords in the chorus and the verse. Now, if you want to hit up that optional interlude, that is a D9 sus sound in there. And so you can switch back and forth 4 counts each between, so it's your middle 2 fingers, so 2nd and 3rd finger on these 2 middle strings on the 2nd fret. So that's one of the sounds there. We have D9 sus. And then you can take off your ring finger and just have your middle finger down. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 counts each on each of those chords. If you want to get a little fancy too, if you decide to play that interlude, you can also play a little melody with your pinky. So those notes are fair game as well. And if you listen to the Roberta Flack version, that little interlude is kind of where they set up the groove. There's some movement happening there. So you can kind of play a little melody on your, on the string there to kind of portray a similar vibe there. All right, I hope you found that helpful. Thank you again for joining me today, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Ukulele wine time.